Hello, everyone. It is that time of the month again. No, not that time. Not that time. It is that time where we let the jar of destiny tell us what we are going to read. And it's time for us to figure out what we're going to read for the month of June. So let's get into it. All right, for those who may be new to my channel, this is my TBR jar. This is a prompt jar, and I pick 5 prompts out of my TBR jar. 2 of them are for physical books that I have in my shelves that I am trying to read, the TBR books that I haven't touched on my physical shelves because I have a lot of them. And then the other 3 I pick are for Kindle Unlimited. I do have Kindle Unlimited and I want to make sure that I'm utilizing that resource. And so that makes 5 in total. Normally, I am a huge mood reader, and so I also happen to be in a bit of a slump lately, and so I am not reading as many books as I normally do. And so I figure if I pick 5 out of the TBR jar, that gives me plenty of mood wiggle room so that I can just kind of go where the wind takes me, go where my mood whispers that I need to go. All right, so let's do it. Let's start. Tell us, Jar of Destiny, what are we going to be reading for June? June, I live in the deserty South, in case you are new to us, and so summer has definitely begun already for us, but June is kind of like, I don't know, I guess the start of summer for most people. So let's see if we can get some summery stuff going on here. Okay, so yellow indicates physical books. Okay, a book you bought because of a recommendation. Okay, all right, I've got a couple ideas that I can go with on that. Okay, that goes in my shopping basket. Let's go. Again, oh my goodness, you guys, the wind has been blowing like nobody's business here. Oh, it is just wreaking havoc on everything. The first book in a series. So I actually had this for my April TBR, but it was in Kindle Unlimited. So this is a physical first book in a series. So, okay, I've got quite a few series on my physical books. So that goes in my shopping basket. So there's 2. All right, now I need 3 Kindle Unlimited. I need a green one. I keep picking up yellow ones. Okay. Oh, a book featuring my favorite trope. You guys, I don't know if I have a favorite trope. Honestly, I will read anything unless it's boring, like history or nonfiction. I actually will even read nonfiction if it's like true crime or something. I'll read literally anything. Okay, so my favorite trope. Wait. Okay, I'm gonna have to have some brain thoughts about that. Okay, that goes in the shopping basket. Okay, another green one. Wolves. I love wolves. Okay, so Kindle Unlimited book about wolves. That will be fun. Love shifters. Okay. Come on, green. Okay, and a thriller. That's perfect. I always try and read a thriller each month, or 3 or 6. But okay, great. Okay, so those are my 5 Jar of Destiny picks. I'm gonna go shopping. Welcome back. Okay, we have it. So for my physical books, hold please. I had to get my shopping basket. I left it over there. Okay, so for my physical books, I have the first book in a series. So I am going to be reading the first book in the Washington Wolves series by Carla Sorensen. Isn't this a pretty book? I got this at a book convention where I met her and got this collection, and I also got the Ward Sister collection. Anyway, so I'm going to start the first book, which is The Bombshell Effect. This is a football sports romance. This is basically about a woman. She moves back to Seattle to kind of go through her father's effects. Her father has passed away, and she goes to the reading of the will, and her father has left her a football team. And she has a run-in with her new next-door neighbor, and it doesn't go well. She's trying to welcome him to the neighborhood, him and his little girl, and anyway, it does not go well. They they do not hit it off. And anyway, she finds out that he is the quarterback of this football team that she inherits. And anyway, so tension, kind of, you know, forced proximity, enemies to lovers, that type of thing. So I'm excited to read it. I do have the whole collection of this series, and so anyway, it should be good. I'm excited. Okay, for the next one, physical book, we have a book you bought because of a recommendation. So we are going to go with Tradwife by Saratoga Schaefer, I believe is how you say her name. And yes, I did go in with the hype and the FOMO about this book. I got it from a book subscription through Aardvark, and yes, everybody is talking about this book. All the book people I follow on YouTube are talking about it. It's all over Bookstagram, the TikTok, and so yes, I did get it for that reason, because it's been recommended by all of those people. So we are going to go ahead and do this one for June. Basically, if you haven't heard the premise of this, it is about a trad wife, or a traditional wife who tries to live more traditional values, where she, as the wife, is the homemaker, she is the mother, she is the nurturer, she cooks, she cleans, she keeps house, and everything is Pinterest, Instagram worthy. Everything is perfect. And she is a social media influencer because of the fact that she is a trad wife. It is very in right now. And so she has kind of made it her brand, or kind of made it her identity, that she is this perfect trad wife. However, her and her husband do not have children. She has not been able to get pregnant, and she feels like this is what is missing from her life, from her brand, from her image, and she will literally do anything to get pregnant. And when I say anything, I mean anything. And we get a little bit of a deal with the devil, selling her soul type thing. And so that's all I'm going to say about it. And yeah, I'm hoping it's really good and it lives up to the hype that everybody has going on. So okay, for our Kindle Unlimited books, we have one about wolves. So I am going to be doing The Witch Wolf's Daughter by Heather Carson. This is her newest series, the first book, and it is about a hybrid. Our female main character is a wolf-witch hybrid, and because of that, everything she does is a disaster. When she tries to use her witch powers, everything ends up in a burning flame, and she has trouble shifting through her wolf side, and anyway, everything just kind of seems to be a dumpster fire for her. Our male main character, she's known him forever. He's kind of the one that, you know, while growing up kind of yanks her pigtails and they fight, and he's kind of always around, you know, when like the worst things happen to her, and she's, you know, she makes all these clumsy mistakes and all these things happen, and he's kind of always there in the background, just kind of, you know, snickering and kind of making fun of her, but at the same time he kind of helps her and, you know, kind of cleans her up, brushes off her knees, you know, things like that. And so he takes care of her, but at the same time he seems to always be there when she's embarrassing herself and she hates it. And so anyway, it sounds really good. I'm excited to read it. This is the first book in a series. The author does say that it ends on somewhat of a cliffhanger, and so I'm going to be aware of that going into it. You know how I've been feeling about cliffhangers lately. I swear I have not read one book has not been ending on a cliffhanger. But anyway, be that as it may, that's the one I'm going to read for wolves. Okay, then we have thriller. For my thriller, I chose Neon Moon by Grace Reynolds. This is somewhat of a short book. It's not super long. It just came out this month. And basically, this is your classic Western shoot 'em up type thing, only it's with kind of an axe-wielding psychopath. So we've got this woman, she is a bartender at like one of the most well-known saloons in Texas, but it's kind of like this off the beaten path place in Texas. And you know, one night she's slinging drinks, and all of a sudden this axe-wielding murderer comes into town and just starts taking people out. And so her and all of the regulars of the saloon and everybody, you know, kind of have to, you know, get their broken beer bottles and try and, they're fighting for their lives here, people, in Texas. And anyway, it's just kind of, it sounds to me like kind of a crazy slasher take on one of those old-time westerns. So I'm kind of excited about it. And honestly, I was like, is this not a horror book? But in the genre on the book, it says it's a thriller. So I'm going with it. Okay, and then last we have a book featuring your favorite trope. Now, this one was a little bit hard for me because I don't know that I have a favorite trope. I really kind of like all kinds of books. I read all kinds of tropes, and so I don't really know that I have a favorite. But I'm going to go with a recommendation by my sweet book friend, Justine. And she told me that if I like, you know, that college bully, kind of dark bully romance, that I need to read this book. It is Lords of Pain by Angel Lawson, and it is the first book in the Royals of Forsyth U. And so we've got obviously college, and then Lords of Pain. I mean, it kind of sounds like Secret Society. Love me a Secret Society. And then we have bullying. Obviously, we're going to have a girl. I don't know because it says Lords, so I don't know if there's going to be like multiple. I don't know if we have a reverse harem going on here or if it's just going to be like one of them. Anyway, so I am excited. That's the one I'm going to go with. We're going to go with the trope of dark college bully type thing. And yeah, so that's what we're going to go with. Okay, those are my books for June. I am very excited. Stay tuned. I am going to be doing my May wrap up probably sometime next week. I am going to be gone. We are going camping tomorrow, and so I'm going to be out enjoying nature for the rest of the week, but I'm going to get that done for you next week, and so you can see what I read in May. I did good in May. Not great, but I did good. So I'm excited to tell you about the books that I read. Anyway, I'm excited, and until then, happy reading. Bye.